I'll say selfish. I've been working on, like, if you noticed our gamer tags, our clan tag.
Oh yeah, I need to change mine then.
You know what that stands for?
Yeah, I know what that stands for.
Oh, they told you.
Huh?
They told you?
I was just read it all in the chat. All zombies matter.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That was my creation. I started in then I started playing with Jambo, Cow, and all kind of starting to get together. So it's starting to grow, but I just launched a line of a basic line of T-shirts, apparel with a similar logo on it,
Yeah.
and you can go buy one right now.
Yeah, Ross has bought one, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, there was an issue with it on my end, and I think I fixed it. So I don't know if it will reprocess or if I'll have to just hit resubmit. But yeah, no, I went through, got the design done, and then what I want to do is I want to do kind of I guess like a profit sharing model. So if you have your own stream or your own channel or something like that, and you put in like a code or something, and someone types in your name or your gamer tag or something, and you get a percentage of whatever the profits are, which at this point I don't even frankly know what they are. I'm just using
it. What's it called? Is it a creator code?
Create a cat?
Like, creator code, like the streamers have. You type in the you type in, like, there's a COD streamer, Marley13, you type in Marley, and you get a percentage of the pack sport. The price of the pack sport, you'll get like 2%, like that, for argument's sake. A bit of a similar idea.
Well, my main thing is not so much about giving a discount, because I'm trying to sell them at a cheap enough price where it's like I'm getting a few bucks out of it. But also the time that I've got to spend to do all this, and literally it's taken me probably a month and a half to do all the research, and I've looked into purchasing screen printing machines, a plotter and cutter for doing vinyl printing, things like that. I've looked into all that, setting up the Twitch account, the YouTube account, the setting up the account through various vendors. I'm using Printify right now, so they're supposed to be able to just drop ship it, which means they print it and then they send it, and that's the way it's supposed to go. But eBay seemed to be the fastest way to get it there. I don't really want to use eBay permanently, but it's just a start. I want to kind of gauge interest, see if people are really, kind of find it interesting, because I think this could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to take and say, do kind of that same logo on the front, if you've seen what it looks like. And then, like on the back of it, it just says, I roll with, and then take one of the guns, whatever gun you like, the shotgun, the M16, and take an outline and do an outline of that on the back. And then it's kind of more personalized.
Yeah.
Like, and if I can keep it cheap, even if my profit margins are smaller, $15, that's kind of about my benchmark. I'm trying to keep it that and below, but that's for the premium shirts. It's not for the cheap ones, because the really cheap ones, they only cost me about $6-7 for the shirt, and then everything else might be another buck or two, and then obviously the customer pays shipping, which I'm trying to get around that too, to get volume. But I don't rather get the premium shirts that cost me $12, or total $12, get $15 and only take in $3 profit, because I hate crappy shirts. And I want to. My main goal is to do something that is made in a local area. So if I can get them localized to the U.S. For U.S. purchasers, localized to the U.K. for U.K. purchasers, localized to Spain for Spanish purchasers, whatever it is. I'd like to do that, but that's a challenge a little further down the road. I gotta see if this thing will even take off.
Yeah, man. Your chat's very very static. It's a little kind of not broken, but choppy.
Hang on. Alright, how's that? Is that better?
That's better, yeah, man. I mean, I heard what you said. It was just very.
Yeah, I've got internet issues here. I live in an old ass house.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
It's so old. There's no drywall on the walls. They use like this concrete type material.
Yeah.
And
My
so
mum and Dad's house was an old cottage, and that was just. Yeah.
So when you go to try and hang a picture, you take a little nail and you tap it in, and then you hear the back side of it breaking, and you hear like, it sounds like rocks running down your wall.
Oh dear.
Well, and this house has issues with subsidence where one side leans so bad because the foundation is so insecure, you almost need a climber's rope, like a mountain climber's rope and boots to go across the living room, which is only maybe 20 feet long. No, it's really that bad. I'm not joking. Like, if you lay on the couch, if you're laying the wrong way with your head going down, you'll end up with a headache in the morning because all the blood will rush to your head. You have to lay the other way so the blood doesn't rush to your head.
Dear, it's that bad.
It is that bad. Not a joke. We actually had city inspectors out here, and they said, yeah, it's definitely leaning. It's definitely bad. I mean, we've got random days if it rains. We can tell when the house shifts a little bit because some cabinets will not open because they shift, and then some cabinets won't close, and then they'll switch. Every now and then you go to open it and be like, wait, it used to open, now it doesn't. Wait, it used to stay closed, now it doesn't. Who the fuck knows? So, no, we're in the process of trying to buy a house, probably 15, 20 minutes away, but it's much more solid.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, the new builds, like, I'm in a reasonably new build. I moved in with my girlfriend, and the house must be not even 10 years old, and they're not great. You can tell that they've just been thrown together.
Well, and that's why when I was talking with my girlfriend when we were like debating on what do we do, what do we get, I said I don't want something brand new because I know how they build brand new things. They build them like shit. I've seen it, and they're terrible. I worked in this this real estate office where I used to live in Southern California, and one of the guys said that there was a historic building that they had converted into a recording studio. So they went through and they gutted it, and then they rebuilt it and built other offices and their recording areas and everything. And then they had a problem. They noticed that when somebody was recording down at the very far end of the building and somebody else was recording on the other side of the building, making music or whatever, they found that they could hear the other people, even though they had the sound insulating foam and everything, and they had all that stuff. What they fucked up on and what they did wrong is they used aluminum in all of the wall construction and the interior, and the aluminum would vibrate, and the vibrations would travel all the way across the building.
Yeah.
And it was because it was cheaper. And it's like, no, I want good solid fucking wood, and I want it to be strong. And so the house that we're buying, it was built, I think, in like 85, 86. Like, that's about the year that I want. I want it when it was built right. That's when my father was he was in home construction, and he built some houses in Texas. And those things are probably still standing strong to this day. Yeah.
My dad was working in construction. He was a brickie. And he said these houses that are built where I am now, so he came around the other day.
Yeah.
He says they just throw together. It's just you've got a gang of lads straight up, built a house, twat the roof on the top, plastered it. It's just crap. Plasterboard, stud wall, brick. and then obviously you've got your in between in between your partition wall and your brick, whatever that's called. You just fill it with stuff.
The installation.
Yeah, it's like insulation. I can't remember. There's another word for it. I can't think what it's called.
Well, we have the pink insulation out here. Is most common. Fiberglass.
Yeah, you get foam. We don't necessarily use fiberglass as much these days. It does still use more in loft insulation than anything, or attic insulation.
Well, they have the new spray-on foam, which you have to be careful with, but
yeah.
I have mass respect for people that are good carpenters and stuff, that actually care about their trade. I got a buddy who builds custom cabinets, and if someone comes to him and says, you know, hey, I want to buy these cabinets from Home Depot, I want you to install them, he'll say, sorry, that's just not what I do. He goes, no, I make the cabinets. Like, where I moved from in Southern California, I don't live there anymore, but he has a shop that he goes through, he routes them out, carves them up, you know, builds them from scratch. And he made me a butcher's block, and he said that when I had to get a top for it, which I have since gotten, and got it all put together, and I use it every day. It's fucking heavy as hell. The thing weighs probably 250. And you know, it's probably not much bigger than your entertainment center, as far as the top of it. But it's solid as fuck, and the rollers on it are smooth. It looks good. Said he had some lady come into his workshop one day, and she was inquiring about stuff, and she saw it sitting there, and she said, how much for that? And he goes, you can't buy that. That's for a friend of mine. And she goes, well, what if I want one? He goes, yeah, $4,500.
Wow.
Like, yeah, so it's like I respect that. And when my father used to do, he did banisters in houses. He would custom do the poles, I forgot what they're called, the things that go up and down, not the handrail, but he would literally hand route every single one of them. And he would go through and take the main banister at the bottom. He would bolt that down to the concrete base, where you could basically take and drive a truck into it and it wouldn't move.
Yeah, it's a dying sort of trade, that, where things are made to last.
It's unfortunate. It really is. You know, and you know, like I made my own home entertainment center. I built it out of literally scrap wood that I had, and I put some really good oak. I had a nice good chunk of oak, and I had to buy another one, but some beautiful oak on top, and then routed it, sanded it, stained it, and like, it's so strong. I mean, I weigh 220. I'm 6'2", so I'm a little, actually probably 230. I'm a little overweight, but not too bad. But I could stand on this thing, no problem.
Huh.
It's heavy.
What weapons are we using? Sorry, are we just going with anything, or?
Well, I'm rolling with my M16 right now.
All ops. Strike team deploying in the OC. Ready for
Strike
testing.
team. We've lost comms with scientific research unit at a mobile DASA station in your region.
No, that's fine.
Strike
Wait,
team.
what?
Proceed to dog.
Start it again. Fine. It's no big deal. Just start it. Just start it again. Yeah, start it again. It's no problem. See, I got 5 kills.
Hey.
That was ninja fast.
Best record that's the best record I've had all day. 0 revives, 0 downs is the main thing. Shit balls of fire.
But yeah, I don't know if there's a particular setup you want to use. I'm assuming.
Well,